And we continue learning Dirshu Mishnah Brura Hilchais Netilas Yadaim. We're in the middle of Siman Kuf Samach, in the middle of Sif 12b. Halfway through Sif 12b, it teaches the Machaber v'Yishaimrim. There are those that say Shayayin Kashel and Netilas Yadaim. You can even wash your hands with wine. Whether you put water inside of it, whether you do not put water in it. Ella. Even though there are those that say you could do that, you're not allowed to do lechatchila. Why not? Says the Mechaber. Because if you were to do that, it would seem that you're being mezalzel, you're attributing something chashiv shenishtane leiloi pirush l'shavach, that it's improved its item, the fact that it's become wine. Wine is chashiv, and now we understand the why is wine chashiv, teaches the Mechaber. The reason is it's been improved to the point that it got its own bracha. So that's why you're not allowed to use it for Netilas Yadaim. Says the Ramavi Shem Dafkin Yayin Lavan Avaledem Loi. V'yesh Bishaimer Shekol Mei Peiros Yudin Netilas Yadaim. All fruit juices you're allowed to wash your hands with b'shas hadchak. V'kol shkein nemotli today b'shas hadchak b'sheichar meidavash mufashalim, which are the ikaron mayim. So says the Mishnah Brura Sif 12b Samach the Yishaim Shayayin Kasher V'kol shkein. And certainly, according to the opinion, Meiperos the Sharmashkim are all kosher. Because this opinion holds that you don't need dafka, specifically water. This is the opinion of the Rashba. And you can use any types of juices. There's no issue with that you're being mavazi, you're degrading food. Why? Since you need it for this, and it's not a form of ruining the item. But we said it's also to do lechatchila, sivkot samachalev, hainu bein nasan letoichemayim, bein loy nasan, whether there's water in the wine or not, the bekula mikri yayin chashav, all consider yayin chashav, kveya bracha la'atzmoi. Kalmam sim reisha and beis sif, hey. Kveya bracha la'atzmoi, sivkot samach beis, says Mishnah Brura, berei priya gefen. Aval b'shar mashkin umei peiros, other types of drinks, or deloy nisala bracha v'fnei atzmon, that the bracha has not been elevated, noilin af lechatchila deyazu, even lechatchila, according to the Shita, according to the Rashba, you're able to wash your hands with it. And then the Ramah said that maybe this is only by yayin lavan, white wine, and not red wine. Says the Mishnah Brura, why did nishtane mimara mayim? Why? Because red wine has changed from the appearance of water. V'yishem arishan is sfirlu. Sfirle dein chashiv shinimara even the aimim riyasan misham shayim etzchila. And some say that no, this is the color it always was. That is what color of red wine, and therefore it's not considered a shina yimara. V'maya lavan v'asa asay adam ayitzav. Let's say it was white wine, but you dyed it red. Says Mishnah Brura, that's what many of their wines were done. Coloring items is not a new phenomenon. Mashma del kuli alma, it's going to be possible because that is shinei mara. V'yesh mishayim b'shekol mei peiros tivkat esamach dalid. Hideya shlishis is a third opinion, says Mishnah. The mechagelekas bein yayin lemei peiros to be yayin possible medina avdiyavik de'rishayin. Wine is possible. This third opinion holds that fruit juices you could wash with because all fruit juices are essentially water, aside from wine. Well, the dina yesharis k'dei yezus how we pass kel nachar b'yayin u'lahakel me'peiros b'shas atzchak. Kolshkein the motor sefkat zamachay mishum shini mar lo nifs. There's no issue changing the color of the beer. The sphere lay dechad deshana li'iloi. It's only a problem with shini mara if it's a cheapening of the item. But if the shini mara is an elevation of the item, there would be no problem. The mashma tos fear le svara zu. Before we move on to Sif Yud Gimel, let's just see the Dirshu here for a moment. In number 61, Dirshu mentions, 62. And we've seen we've seen previously Yayin Dva Shemen, Yad Shachatam, etc. Sharmini Mashkim, and Eschatim, Eno Chashuv Mashkim, Umasha Shena Bechla Mayim. So the Dirshu here is pointing out with regard to dipping into the item, dipping into fruit juice, is not considered dipping into water, and you would not have to wash your hands. Note number 63, Linya Netila B'Shar Mashke says the Arlet Tzion, May soda, you have soda. Ayva mashke mi matoik, sweet juice, aloy seven without any dye, kemi mashke, lemon, lime, kivan she'in bem shum shini mara me'amayim vadik she'er lenatila afi chon levarech al netila zu. The Arlet Tzion holds you could even make a bracha washing on soda, seltzer, or other drinks that are clear. But if they are dyed, for example, Coca-Cola or coffee, then it's going to be like mei peiros, it's only kosher bidi avid. However, you don't make a bracha, as the Shartzian says, yish ladifan al panei mei peiros kivan lamaisa, they are water. So very fascinating halacha we're learning over here. If you don't have anything else, you'd be allowed to wash with even a cup of Coke. B'di'avid, because what is Coke? Coke is a very base, is water. L'chatchila though, you could wash with seltzer or lemon lime, things that did not have different food colorings, etc., placed into them. We continue with Sif Yud Gimel, says the Mechaber. Sarel sheyeh b'mayim revius. You need a revius of water. V'ani milila echad. Aval shnayim shabal litzal kechad. You have two people washing their hands as one. Ha'acharoin ein sarech. V'afilu b'zeh achar zeh. You have to just keep on pouring, and two people can put their hands underneath it. Ketzad. One person sticks out his hands and someone else pours it on top of them. So you have hands and you have hands, two sets of hands, one on top of each other. And the stream is Yair al Yada shall reach on the first hand, Yada shall Sheni, Shalamata Menu, and then it goes straight onto the second person's hands. Yidei Shneim Tahayres. This, of course, is going to be the Eitzah. If you don't have a lot of water, you can put your hands, one hand and hands underneath it, and you can pour straight through. Obviously, if it's exactly a revius, some water is stuck on the first guy's hand, so by the time he gets to the second guy, it's less than a revius. Yadav tahirus, and they shame by him mishurei tahir, because it's coming off of making something tar. Some say it's even kosher if you wash one after another, and we're going to have to pick it up from this Yishomer the next year. But let's explain the Mishnah Berurahs first. Sheyamayim b'revius. Why? He says Mishnah Berurah Shekein Tiknu Chacham Netilas Yadaim. V'shoyv Chabshnei Pam La'yad. You pour it 2 times. The Pam Rishon Mitayir Yadayim. The first one makes your hands taller. V'shnei Mitayir Mayim Shaleihem. And then the second pouring makes the water that was left on your hands taller. Kilkamei. V'im Shavar Revius Kula Bazachas Al Shnei Yadav. You poured one large Revius. Then your hands are also tar. These are all lachas we're going to see. We're going to see it's going to be a big machlokes in Kuf Samach Beis, a Chayadam, a Chazonish. L'maisa held you're allowed to do this. You take one large revius and you pour it over your hands. That's going to be fine. As we've seen, you're supposed to pour with a lot of water. Mishnah Berurah is learning that included in B'Shefa is going to be to pour multiple times. And this is something that we have to remember, as we'll see very shortly. Kuf Samach Beis is teaching us exactly how to wash your hands. If you put both hands and someone else pours the water on top of it, or you pour it on each hand individually, one revius works with both hands. However, even if you only want to wash one hand, the other hand is tar. You still should never use less than revius. You always should start with a revius. Unless that doesn't do it, it comes if you tell it. Al yad achas in sarach lishbech kuli. You don't have to pour the whole thing out. Kamam sim kuf sam beis if dalid hetakti devi achon shakavs the each learning shlalev chos mishur revius mayim l'chol yad v'yav shem use less than revius. Tivzel yisar litaher lizar b'arbi davarim is hatzrichim lazaz. We'll see in kuf sam beis. One of the easiest eitzes is going to be to pour with a lot of water and make sure that you have much less issues. And lamais, that's what one should do. How much is a revius? Anywhere between 3.3 and 6 ounces l'chumra. And obviously every washing cup is much bigger than that. And you really avoid a lot of issues by using a lot of water, as we will see. Two people are come to wash your hands together. And therefore, the first one starts pouring, and then the second guy quickly jumps his hands underneath. It's going to work. However, you did not have kavanah. You just see someone else pouring in his hands, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, great!" And you just go and you dive underneath. Even if you managed to get your hands in before the stream stopped, if you washed with the water that your friend already washed with, also that will not work. You have to wash again, as we will see in Sif 12b. So the eights of having multiple people wash with the same water is only if it's planned from the beginning. It has to go on your hand enough for your hand to be washed. Certainly, if they both put their hands out and a third party pours their hands and it goes over guy one onto guy two, it's fine. The first one already started. Also, since that was your kavanah, as we just explained. So the reason why the stream has continued going is so that the second person is considered to have been washing his hands from a full revius. Because the water is coming from someone else, the fact that it's all connected back into the original source will be that it's as if you washed with a revius. Okay, we're going to pick it up on that Yish Matirim in the next year. Just any Dirshus over here, according to Shulchan Aruch. Let's just end with Dirshu note number 69. Says the Dirshu, that says the Chazon Ish, that Mishmur says Hashem la'achrein shamali kavanos anotel sheni la'achshim anotel yachad av shapol echnes es yadav. Even if you stick your hands out after the first one already began to pour. Why? Because here we say that you're pulling yourself and you're cleaning yourself all together. Chazish basically saying you have to make sure that you have kavanah at the beginning, because if not, it's as if you're washing with the water that your friend washed with. Makar halacha is the Beis that's mistapik, says Dirshu number 70. Maybe this halacha is only said when the hands are next door, and the Chazon Ish explains the kavanah is maybe they have to touch. Samos Chaim Zenenfeld says it should be close by, that it's not nicker, it's not recognizable. She'roitzim litol vasachas ledina. Even the Chazon Ish is maskim on the sfeik of the Beis Yosef Shalchari and the Chadesh Zoyz Kim Shem Mishal in this Kertanai they have to be touching, and therefore even if they're far away, as long as the stream is keep on going, you're able to wash with the water of your friends. We'll pick it up, finishing up Sif Gimel the next year. B'siyata Dishmaya.